Let's do it. The Mood Lounge Show, dropping crazy knowledge on the minds with your hosts, Pedge Tattoos, and partner in crime, Marco.
Welcome to the Mood Lounge Show. I'm your host once again, Pedge Tattoos.
I'm our co-host once again, Marco with a K and one camera.
There you go. Yeah, we got one camera on because you know our situation. Mom's in the dining room on a hospital bed, and for some stupid reason last week we got everything hooked up pretty damn good. And for some shitty freaking Murphy's Law, when it goes wrong, everything goes wrong or whatever, we just can't get it. There's boxes behind us, there's diapers in there and whatnot, and it's like we didn't want the diapers to be in there. It's like we're not trying to promote Pampers and shit, you know. And then
we're not sponsored by fucking, you know.
So all right, let's get into the show. So in Athens, Georgia, there was a dude going on the bar strip where they have all the bars and everything, and it was Halloween parties, and he was dressed up as an SS Nazi officer.
Does he know that Halloween isn't for another week or so? I'm just saying, like, what
they always have parties a week before or whatever. It's like dress up.
Nazi parties?
No. Those are in secret. Those aren't in the open, okay?
I want to see an invitation for the brown shirt brigade, you know? Like, because I don't know why the fuck you're running around right now, like, dressed up like that.
His name is Kenneth Leland. And what ended up happening was he got arrested, not because he was dressed as a Nazi. He got arrested because, I'm going to put the video up, this woman came over and goes, no, you can't come in here, you need to go. And he had like a pitcher in his hand with water, I guess, I don't know, or leftover beer, I really don't know. And, you know, people are like, oh my God, it's a great freaking costume. And there's a couple of people dressed up as child molesters, and there's a couple of guys dressed up as...
What the fuck they got going on in Georgia?
And dude, there was a couple that were dressed up as priests and monks and whatever. So it seems that the one thing you cannot dress up as is Adolf Hitler, Nazis, but everything is...
So I could dress up as R. Kelly and I'm good, but...
Yo, that's blackface. You can't do that either.
Hey, I didn't even mention that. I'm just saying if I dress up as him, dude.
All you got to do to imitate R. Kelly is just pull your dick out and piss on somebody.
Yeah. So, like, I won't get arrested for that.
How old are you, 14?
Everybody be like, oh my God, great costume, great cosplay. Now, if I dress up as fucking SS whatever the fuck.
SS Waffen.
Yeah, SS
Waffenhausen.
SS Waffen pisser. Yeah. All of a sudden, they're going to start losing their shit.
Look, I'm going to be honest. That's a fucking free speech thing. That's the Second Amendment or whatever. What, Second Amendment or First Amendment? Which one is it? I'm fucking lost.
The Second Amendment? Yeah. My right to bear arms really has a lot to do.
My right to bear arms when I'm wearing a Nazi uniform, whatever. Whatever. So it's just freedom of speech, and it's his right. I mean, he was laughing about it because he goes, dude, it's a costume. Like, yeah. But all these people got irked. Maybe they were Jews. I really don't care. I wouldn't have got irked. I would have laughed and be like, hey, it's cool, you know?
I would have recorded.
But now
everybody would record.
That's what they were doing. And one dude actually came out and goes, yo, weren't you in my accounting class? And like, and the guy was like, oh, dude, he was in my accounting class, yo. And they fist bumping him. But
turn fucking.
So listen, the internet went wild on that. You know why? Because internet went wild because they said the immaculate detail that this kid put into dressing up, like that was a homemade uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So homemade uniform, I'm sorry, I keep thinking there's a camera there and I keep looking at it.
Yeah. I'm not even fucking thinking.
Yeah, we got to listen, we will figure this out. We have little joist arms with clamps on them. We'll try to figure out, like maybe we'll clamp it up.
We already did that, but the shit broke. So.
Yeah, I broke my fucking camera last week. I did the joist thing on that table that's behind next to my producer and the mixer and all, and the shit just cracked. So I bought the camera for like 8 beans, and now it's like double the beans. It's like 1,600.
Right.
So we need donations, people. You know, I want to make the ballroom grand, the best ever. Donations accepted. Please send in care of Pedge Tattoos.
Great renovations.
I'm going to be making I'm going to get a telescopic lens from across the room. But yo, listen, I think this guy got the short end of the stick. The woman was slapping him and saying, you got to get out, slapping him, pushing him, putting her hands physically on him. Was she arrested or no? No, she was not.
Why not?
He got arrested because he pushed back and threw water on her, like poured water or whatever the beer was in there.
Why?
So he got for assault. He got arrested for battery. Actually, he got arrested for.
Even though he was getting hit.
Right, and then Paul Miller, since we spoke about Paul Miller last week, Paul Miller jumps out and is like, hey, can anybody find out where this guy is at? I'd like to really help him. You know, brother in arms. You know. And then the internet actually went buzz fucking crazy because people were like, "That's disgusting. Don't you remember the Holocaust?" So,
it's a uniform.
It's
Unless they check, like it's not like
But let's get
doing anything.
Let's get down to brass tacks. That uniform is dope though. I'm sorry, people.
Dude, he got that shit on though.
Yo,
what's that one dude from? I think it's Hellboy or whatever, where he's a assassin or some shit, but like he's actually in the SS.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, why can't we make fucking like 60 edits of him in his fly ass fucking Nazi jacket, but then we can't wear it?
Look, look, everybody's so fucking uptight, and this show is gonna go into more fucking people getting uptight. I just like, yo, fuck it, like in all honesty, like one of the greatest Holocaust genocidal things that happened, because it's still Auschwitz and this and that. But in Jasenovac, in Croatia, there was 1.5 million Serbs that were just liquidated. And that was the greatest genocide there was. Now, I get a little irky when I see the fucking Croatian checkerboard flag, because that's the Ustash thing. So when I see that kind of sounds fucking, thing up my spine. Why are you promoting fucking genocidal people? And to this day, the Ustash that are still around are promoting that shit, dressing up. They got the fucking SS bars and...
Right.
So, I mean, that kind of irks me. But, dude, if it was a Halloween party and a guy just like... Because, dude, it's October. Nothing but Halloween shit's going on. So, I really could care less. But, more power to him, because he did something that, he touched a bare wire there. So he touched that wire. And, I think he should...
the gas valve into the showers, That's what he touched.
he pulled the switch on the Zyklon B. But, yo, it was...
He sent that train out of there.
I'm really...
Yeah, that one flew over.
Yeah, that one flew over Cuckoo's nest. But, so in other news...
Oh, okay. What you got?
What I got is there was a heist at the Louvre Museum in Paris, France.
I wanted to talk about this. What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, so...
Because I'm already hearing critiques and everything, and I'm like, okay.
So look,
it just
the Louvre was robbed twice before, I'm gonna say twice. I was trying to read up on it. Could be a third time, by inside people that work there. Okay, right. One was a French Moroccan, another one was some fucking other French Arab, and I think there was a woman and man, boy girl team that.
Are they also French or no?
I think so. I think the name was like Pew Pew or some shit. I don't know, fucking, Margaret Pew Pew.
Margaret and Baguette.
I did not steal anything. Where's my cigarette? So it has all the hallmarks of the Pink Panthers.
Yeah.
For me, it has all the hallmarks of the Pink Panthers. What they did was they came up with a lift.
And then what did they do? No, I just looked over. What happened?
So
they came over with a lift and did what?
They came out with a lift outside, and during opening, people were walking around looking at jewels and paintings and shit, and they went to the second floor from the outside, dressed in construction gear, with power tools, I guess diamond saws, whatever, cut through that protective glass, crawled inside. They had the actual footage of them leaving the scene, dude. While people were there looking, they just came over, how they broke the glass, cut through it. Nobody heard, nobody saw. And they took all these jewels that belonged to Napoleon and his wife and, the kings and whatever the fuck. Hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? And as they were escaping, they dropped one of the crowns. And that crown was valued at, I don't know, like 30-something mil or whatever. But for me, it's got all the hallmarks of the Pink Panthers, because the Pink Panthers do some crazy shit like that and then get away in cars or scooters. What they did was they had scooters parked there. They brought this machine, and it's got like a lift, and it has like a little bucket in it, and it goes all the way to the top. Got into the balcony, cut through, left the power tools, got inside. Whatever they had to cut open, they cut open, left the power tools there, went back in reverse, went down the thing, got on these scooters, and against traffic, beep, 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 just took the fuck off. Well, today, the French authorities say they caught 2 people trying to leave France, to escape. How do they know it's them? I don't know, because they said DNA was left behind. So unless you did a quick DNA 2 days worth of like, oh, guess what? It was this guy that was smoking a fucking Marlboro filtered light cigarette, and he
left 7 blocks away from the fucking scene.
Yeah, or this guy was so stupid, hey, Bronco, spit out your gum. I can't hear you at the scene of the crime.
that they left.
Look,
that doesn't make any sense.
I'm not buying any of that.
Yeah.
They're saying it's an inside job. Now, it could be the Pink Panthers, because Pink Panthers always get these big fucking jobs. So it could be an inside job that they had these people.
Look, they also say that they got people just to scare the others.
Of course, of course. And these two people are now, they're playing them. So they're saying, he told us everything. The other one's like, no, he told us everything.
That's if it's even them at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's either an inside job or it's straight Pink Panthers. And as you all know, Pink Panthers are a Serbian Balkan, predominantly Serbian Balkan, jewel heist thieves that they do smash and grabs. They do fucking everything. Dude, they ripped off fucking Beyonce and fucking Nice. They just, went into a hotel. They got people on the inside. They get information. They go in, they bang it out. So the only thing that, like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's got all the hallmarks of the Pink Panthers, 100%. Anybody that knows the Pink Panthers knows how they operate, and I know how they operate. And that was just too fucking broad daylight in front of fucking everybody. That's a fucking pair of cojones, bro. Okay? So, and they said that they were military precise. They came in military
precise.
Like, you know how the military has their way, like...
They were militarily oriented?
Yeah, like they had military experience because the way they were going in, they're tapping, they're going, that's...
Oh, okay, they're doing like all procedure and everything.
All procedure, and, it is what it is, so... If it is the Pink...
that makes sense.
Dude, if it is the Pink Panthers, hey, Givoli brate. Long live the Pink Panthers.
Shout out to my dudes.
Yeah. I mean, Pink Panthers have changed. It's not the people that I knew. It's always changing. Younger guys are coming into the game, ex-military, gymnasts, karate experts, because they could do shit like scale walls and fucking, So it's kind of like that, was that Mission Impossible, the way you coming in, or that one movie, Ocean's 11, where she has to go jump through those fucking, like she's dancing around the lasers and shit. So it's...
Why not Den of Thieves 2, since it's supposedly...
Yeah, the Den of Thieves, this is like, kind of like Den of Thieves 2, exactly, 100%. That's why I said it's got all the hallmarks of fucking... It's got all the hallmarks of the fucking Pink Panthers and shit.
Yeah.
But we shall find out what's going to happen in the next few days.
Yeah.
If anybody's named some kind of a Serbian itch at the end of his name, or Ian, or they're not going to rat. They don't give a fuck. They'll do their they'll do their time. They're not going to rat. That's one thing the Pink Panthers, they don't do. And they've been, since the 60s, doing this same shit. So
speaking of finding out some shit, what the fuck happened outside of California? With the Coast Guard? Because I know that a Uhaul got shot. Like there was a protest that happened. I don't know what the fuck the protest was about, but there was a U-Haul trying to back up into a Coast Guard base or some shit, and the cops were just like stopping it, and like as soon as he tried backing up into him, they just fucking unloaded like 80 rounds.
Hold on. Yeah, but I didn't hear nothing about that. I didn't.
Yeah, that only happened like just now.
Really?
Recently, like a couple days ago.
Yeah, I missed
the viewers. A week ago.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't get to see
Yeah, but it's just
shit.
that. Yeah, if you look up the video, it just fucking like the guy wasn't hurt or anything. I don't know when the fuck he's gonna get arrested, because of course people fucking rent out. They always rent out the vehicles with their names.
I don't know why that happened, but could it be, you think, linked to this fucking ICE shit and all these fucking demonstrators, Antifa trying to set a message?
I think that's probably what the protest was about, but I don't know. Because like it seems a little unrelated, and like just seems like somebody's trying to slide in.
Yeah.
I don't know for what. I don't know what he's got in the back of the U-Haul. But
I mean, look, California's a wacky state, bro.
Pretty much.
I don't like it. I mean, a
whole fucking GTA game was there, so.
Yeah, I listen. I don't like it. I don't like the vibe. I don't like that West Coast vibe. I don't like that Chicano element. I don't, I just don't like it. It's just, I'm East Coast all the way, and it's like.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, even when we went to fucking Arizona, I just wasn't feeling it, bro. It's like, white people are a different white. Like, it's just, it's like they're like fucking skinheads. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man.
The cop from Banshee.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So, but, I just don't feel that California vibe. And the people out there are just, like, wacky, because we got some people in the gym that moved in here from California.
Oh, my God.
And, dude, you spot them a mile away. A fucking wide brim hat, they got this like laid back when they walk, they try to be Mexican, but they're not. The guy's like fucking Filipino, and he's like, oh, what's up, hey, oh. Don't like that. I don't like the vibe they're bringing down here. White socks up to the fucking knees, shorts down to the fucking halfway down to the ankles. Dude, pants. Like,
yeah, at that point.
Just pants, bro. I mean,
pants, but
that's kind of like,
gonna though. I don't know why. Like,
that's like the guys that come into the gym and wear tights.
Yeah.
And then shorts on top of the tights. Why are you wearing the tights? Oh, because it's compression sleeve and it makes my... Shut the fuck up. Shorts, bro. Balls dangling. Let's go. When I want to check you, I want to smack a ball. I don't want to smack a foot. I don't know. But So
speaking of some wacky shit like that, did you hear about the DoorDash situation or no?
No, you mentioned that to me the other day, and I just was like,
yeah. So I'm gonna ask you your side. I'm gonna ask you your side on this because this still people are arguing about this. I don't know why the fuck people are arguing about this, but for some reason, DoorDash driver. I'm pretty sure everybody already hearing about this now. She gets a delivery. She goes to this house, and from her side of the story, the door was already open. This dude's naked, and he's just sitting on the couch sleeping. His dick's out. He's just not giving a fuck, right? He's not jorking it. Okay. Right? I want to clarify. He's not jorking it. He's not intentionally standing there swinging it around or anything. Right. He's asleep. Could have been drunk. Could have not been drunk. Point is, he's in his own house. The door, however, was not open.
Then she broke in.
Yeah. So apparently, she opened the door and then started recording this dude being butt naked. Yeah, I think he had his shirt on. Point is, his dick was out. He's just recording this dude with his dick out, and then later on, she's fucking posting a video getting angry about why nobody's on her side and flipping out. So let me ask you.
That's just a fishy story.
Let me ask you, like, what do you think? Like, if you order food, you know what I mean, and you tell the DoorDash driver, pull up, leave it at the door, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's already paid for. What the fuck?
That's it, right?
Yeah.
It's paid for. You don't need to do anything. There's no special instruction of, hey, you need to take a picture of me with the order. Right? So why would she stay there longer?
I have no idea.
Weird, right?
I think she knows the dude. I think she's probably visited that place a few times, or
could have been.
Maybe they could have fucking like had relations and somehow, and she wanted to get back at him. I don't fucking know.
Well, she did try to file for sexual assault, so I think she probably try to get a lawsuit.
There's just details that it's not there, and it's not adding up to me. My opinion, I think it's all
everybody's
bullshit.
Jumping in like several different directions trying to say that she's right, then everybody's like he's right, and I'm like, why the fuck? First of all,
but she broke in. How is she right to break in?
Even if she didn't broke in, even if she didn't, let's give plausible deniability. If the door was open, why are you like full on fucking like starting to record this guy in his own house? He's not publicly displaying open windows, open door, open everything.
I have,
that's illegal.
That's very strange. That's very strange. That's a topic I wouldn't want to fucking touch. I'd be like, if I was the judge and that shit came in, I'll be like, really?
Yeah.
It'd be like 30 days for you. You fucking dress up next time. We don't need to see your fucking...
Put more clothes on.
We don't need to see your Chipotle.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
What the fuck was that, man?
Florida. I don't know. Did we talk about the open carry last week?
I think we did. I think she said yes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So, I don't know, but Florida just fucking...
They did open carry.
Yeah, in September they passed it. They waited for the 15 days to see if anybody's going to try to appeal against it, and it's not. So it's open carry season in the whole state of Florida.
Not gonna lie, I haven't seen a lot of people with guns on their hip now.
Nah,
for some reason. At least for Clearwater, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't think anybody's gonna. I don't think a lot of people really know, except really avid gun guys that go to fucking gun shows, that go to the targets.
That's
the range.
Fair because it wasn't even blasted on TV or anything.
It wasn't.
Why?
It was. I don't know. You
trying to catch people off guard.
You hit me to that.
Yeah, because like I was looking like I'm just like fuck you mean like you know what I mean, like what you mean like there's guns in Miami now? I'm like what? I'm like there's just people legally. I'm saying like you could just like he's walking up next to a cop with a fucking Draco and I'm like what are you doing? Like
how do you tell who's legal and who's not? Because I'm gonna be honest, not to do racial profiling. But you go into that little Haitian sector.
Not to do racial profiling, proceed to do racial profiling.
You step that 1 foot in and be like, yeah, man, me be telling ya, And this guy's got a Draco on his back. 9 out of 10 times, the guy is not a U.S. citizen, shouldn't be allowed to have a weapon. You need a background check.
Right.
Because his jerk chicken just got jerked in his pocket with the fucking goddamn jerked gun. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know, man. I don't want to open up that can of worms with racial profiling, but 9 out of 10 people are going to be walking around with a gun. Like, I know half of these little idiot kids, once they turn 21, they're going to get them their gun and walk around. Yeah, what's up? What you going to do, yo?
Oh, yeah, and fucking start flaunting.
I would just be like, can I see your driver's license? Can I see your ID? I would fucking run them so fucking quick, bro. Because 9 out of 10 of these fucking kids all have a fucking... They got a background. Probably daddy bought them the gun and he's fucking carrying daddy's gun or whatever. Look, they need to fix that shit. They need to like fucking do some kind of crap on that. But I mean,
at that point, it's like they're already doing background checks. They're already doing whatever the fuck, Like, what else are you gonna tag on?
You still got to do a 5-day wait, regardless. You got to go in there. You got to wait. They do your fucking shit, and then you get the gun. You can only buy one gun at a time. I don't know if you can buy 2 rifles at a time. I think it's just one at a time, and you got to keep coming back every 5 days or whatever. But You're going to also send off warning bells. You're going in there fucking like in 3 months and you're buying 4 or 5 guns. You can't pull that out like, yo, Your Honor, I'm a collector. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. Listen, Jamal, you need to fucking... Look, it is what it is. Speaking about black people...
Uh-oh.
So...
What about?
The internet's going nuts, especially fucking on X. So, I don't know what the truth to the matter is. I do know that Trump wants to cut EBT to the illegal aliens, meaning if you're not a resident...
This is fuck already, bro.
No, it's not.
Speaking of black people, EBT, like...
But, dude...
Jumping straight to it, man.
Straight, bro.
A lot of other people on EBT.
Yo, dude, these are these EBT babies. These are these women that are having... It's not just blacks. It's fucking Hispanics. Some fucking dumbass white trailer park trash people. They're having fucking 6 kids with every different baby daddy. And then they're sitting home with their legs up in the fucking air, eating potato chips, getting
buying
fat.
Fucking Takis and fucking...
Their fucking nails are always done. They got eyelashes on. They got those bonnets on their fucking heads. I mean, look, it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say, they're coming out now and making threats on X. Yo, what day are they going to cut my fucking benefits? Because I'm going to get a posse, and we're going to go, and we're going to steal to feed our babies. And then they get racial. It's the white man's duty to pay for...
Put that clip up, please.
I will. Yeah, I will. Because it's not just one, Marco. It's not just one.
I know, but like, bro...
It's one after another after another. And then there's black guys saying, yo, I wish somebody would step to me, because when that day happens that they cut my EBT, he goes, I'm going strapped to Walmart. I'm going to start taking what I want because it belongs to me. There's, bro, that's...
Good luck with that.
Yo, listen, but they're the ones that are pushing the racial issue. And then what are we supposed to say? Oh, the other group. It's not the other group. It's them. It's the low-income people that, and I'm sorry to say, most of the low-income people are either Spanish or black. Yes, there's some whites, but don't sit there and say, oh, there's more whites. No, there's not, right. And what I know about what Trump said was that it was 20 hours a week you need to put into work. So you need to put in, unless you're physically disabled, doesn't mean that because you're 315 pounds, that you can't work. You can still fucking do some community service somewhere.
Yeah.
And that they'll reinstate your fucking benefits. These people just don't want to fucking work, and they've been living too long on this fucking pipe dream about that they got a free ride. I'm sorry, but this hasn't worked.
It's a free ride.
But there is a free ride for them because they get free they get free health care. They get money to stay home. They get money for the fucking kids for food. It's like $180 per person. So you have 6 fucking kids. Do your math. It's $1,200 a month plus for her. So, and then, I got to take care of them. Yeah, well, once the kid turns 4 and you put him in fucking pre-K, you can go get a fucking job. You really, no, I got to be there in case he gets sick. I got to pick him up. Just don't give him no Kool-Aid in the morning. What? Like, whatever, bro. I mean, people are going to sit there and say I'm racist. I'm not. I'm making light of everything. But, I'm sorry that the facts stare you in the fucking face. And that's what it is. So, I'd like to ask a question to the Hispanic woman and the black woman that I saw on X saying, I can't wait once they cut me next month. Because they have this idea it's going to happen next month. Like right before fucking Thanksgiving. It's going to happen next month. They're like, I'm going to go and I'm going to feed my kids. I'm going to do what I need to do. Well, how you going to feed your kids when you get caught shoplifting $400 or $500 worth of food, or you got like 4 hams underneath your fucking, under your arms, and you got some steaks in your crotch and you're walking out? How you going to feed your kids when you're in jail? Because then the state takes your kids.
Well, they're not thinking about that. You know that.
Look, I think it's all a bunch of fucking talk. If they do start rioting, hence, hey, here's the conspiracy theory. What if? So, that's the open carry law. If they kind of know what was going to happen, past the open carry law, now everybody's got guns. They start robbing. What happens? They got guns. They pull it out and they shoot. And of course, the other group has guns too, but underneath. They're not going to walk around like fucking out and open because, like I said, they're primarily they've all got records. They got whatever. So what if that's the deal? Like something to think about. Put a little bread on your butter. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just saying, hey, look, if this is what's going to happen, they're going to start looting and rioting. Bet everybody to have a fucking weapon. So they did this in September. the benefits of getting
caught. You really think they're going to try to steal a steak when fucking...
I don't know. What? There's
somebody fucking's got a fucking...
People are stupid, bro.
You really think...
People are stupid.
You really think they're going to throw their life away for a fucking...
My man, I saw a video, now that you mention it. What? Black guy pulls in the car in the fucking projects. Black guy pulls up in the car. It's down south somewhere, because not the projects like New York. It's like rows of like 2-story homes, like on a block. So it's like this block's got 16 families. This block's got... So this guy's from, I don't know, O Block, because it goes alphabetically, A, B, C, D, whatever. So he's from O Block. Rolls up on this guy, and this guy's like, yo, what? He's got a towel in his hand like he's a rapper. Yo, you know what I'm saying? And they're going at it. This motherfucker pulls out an AK and goes, what? Boom, 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 like 5 feet from him. People are recording this. Oh, shit. Yo, he shot that end. Oh, shit. He kilted him. Kilted. Not like a kilt. Killed it. Whatever. I'm just like watching this going, this is normal every day. Yeah. This motherfucker just threw away his life because that video is going to get released, which it has. It's been out for a bit. That dude did get picked up. He got straight up fucking manslaughter and whatever the fuck and other charges and illegal fucking weapon and all of that. They don't care. Obviously, in Chicago, you see what's going on. There's gang warfare. It's a normal
Tuesday in fucking Chicago.
For them, it's a normal, but I'm just trying to say, they don't care. They'll shoot you over the wrong look. They'll shoot you over a color. If you cross the street and it happens to be that they're there, well, this is my fucking body, and then they just they start shooting at each other. Look, that
I never understood.
To not to get off topic, but I think what Trump is doing is good. I think Trump needs to keep sending and cleaning up each individual city. Philly needs to be cleaned the fuck up. That shit is just fucking like lean row. It's like you walk down 5-6 fucking blocks and it's like everybody's like touching the floor, like leaning over and like with one finger.
Yeah.
Like they don't fall. Dude, it's like I would love to go there and do like cow tipping. You know how I told you about that? When I went out fucking to Chicago, we went out to that farmland, we were just tipping cows, and I was like, this is cool. They're like, this is what we do in the country. It's like, all right. So I would just like to do that and be like, what could we call it? Lean tipping. So they're leaning, you just come up and you go, boop, and they just go, oh, what happened? So I don't know, bro. But I think Trump should do that. I've been reading that people are trying to say that Trump is starting his dictatorship by bringing in the armed forces and all this ICE in every city. But let me tell you something. He just started doing this shit. Though. How long has he been doing this fucking deportation shit? 2 months?
I don't know. I think so.
2.5 months, let's say. Since they started that shit, 1 million have surrendered on their own. 1.5 million surrendered on their own. He's already, huh?
They actually fucking...
They've been saying, if you surrender, we'll give you $1,000 to leave.
Yeah.
And you could come back, fill out the paperwork, which they're going to file that on the fucking N. Never happening. Let's put that in the file cabinet. Where? Under N. Not going to happen. So, 1.5 million came up and just surrendered. I'll go peacefully. They get a one-way ticket to wherever the fucking destination they want to go. I would be like fucking really crazy and be like, yo, I want to go to Epstein's Island. I just want to see for myself.
No, bro, they're not doing that.
I want to see the kid's skid-marked underwear. I want to see if that's really true, bro. Or, I don't know, send me to fucking, I don't know, Guam. I want to check that out, bro. I'll find a way back. I got $1,000, But, so, 1.5 million people gave themselves up. Close to 700,000 felons that are here illegally, that have been arrested and whatever, have been deported before, whatever, they were rounded up. And the rest is just, I think, something like 3 mil. So, in a span of 2.5 months, the 30 million garbage that did come in here, because they're saying it's as high as 30 million. Democrats saying, oh, it's only a few million. My man, every day there was 700,000 people in and out, fucking Laredo.
Right.
Everybody seems to want to forget that. Well, they're somewhere. They're here somewhere, okay? We over here where we live, oh my God, bro. There's an area it's called off of Drew and 19. Dude, it's immigrant fucking row, bro. It's like Trende de Agua, then it's the fucking the Mexican cartel guy. Like, you could see them when they're driving, the way they're looking at you, the beady eyes, like, what you looking at? I don't need that shit, bro. Like, honestly, like that element needs to be taken out. me and Jay, when we went to fucking Las Vegas, well, we went looking for a Walmart, and we went into fucking Little Tijuana. What I mean by Little Tijuana, within 3 blocks, it went from Las Vegas Strip to, the music. And everybody looks the same. Everybody, just different heights, like it's either 4'11" or 5'2", but it's the heights just vary. All the girls look the same, all braces, skinny, bangs, eyeglasses, thick as fucking Coke bottles.
Or pregnant.
Or fat with a paunch.
Yeah.
Braces, glasses, like, dude, it's just a ridiculous inbreeding look, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get flack for saying that, but dude, that's everywhere. When you say, oh, this guy looks like this guy. Well, for instance, like, you live in a little fucking town of 1,000 people. You're going to marry whoever's in there. Eventually, like 2-3 generations down the line, you're going to get third cousins marrying in, fourth cousins, double family, triple family. Before you know it, it's like fucking, I got nobody else to marry. I'm going to marry my sister. Fuck it. We're already inbred to begin with, Everybody's like, So, but look, that's what ended up happening every day. Take a small island. Why do all these fucking Samoans look the same? You're going to tell me that somewhere down the line, he didn't unga bunga one of his fucking sisters or nieces or what? Come on, bro.
They all look possible at that point.
Yeah, dude. It's something that's gonna happen. Like that's why people say go out of your village. Like, marry somebody out of your village. Yeah. That's you do that. Then you get a different look to the family, to the distinguishing features and stuff. But you go back home and you look at one village and you be like, yeah, I know where you're from. You're from Smederevo. Why? Because you look like a Smederevac. Like everybody was fucking each other 200 years ago. Everybody's related some fucking how, And I don't want to touch that can of fucking worms and tip it over and all the worms come out. But I was trying to make a point, and the point was that shit happened, and let's end that EBT thing. Let's see what happens with the EBT.
I don't know how we went from EBT to fucking each other.
That's why it's villages. My man, that's called the Mulan show.
That's called Can of Worms.
That's what we need to do. We need to make another show called Open Up the Can of Worms, and just, dude, open it up and be like, that's it. We'll make a segment on here.
What?
Like when we do stories from the street, we'll just do fucking open up a can of worms. The can of worms segment.
They're all related.
And then we'll do like a commercial where we open up the can and it goes, and the worms come out and shit. You got to fucking animate that.
You have to jump into it literally.
Yeah, right. For real. You got anything you wanted to talk about besides the last 2 things?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the NBA scandal now.
Wow, glad that you brought that up because I already have it on my list.
Okay, good. Because I don't. What's the problem with the gambling thing? And I don't really see the problem of like, let me put money on this.
Yeah,
I see the problem with insider trading. That's different.
Okay,
looking at like a sports venue or whatever. Hold on, perfect example. When you bet on horses, it's the exact same fucking thing. Is it not, or no? Or at least what am I missing from this situation?
Well, why
is everybody flipping out?
They even tried to fix horse racing for a bit, meaning like they gave a certain horse steroids or speed or whatever. And
I mean, is LeBron James taking fucking
no, but here's what the NBA
testosterone or whatever.
Here's what the NBA did.
What happened?
The mafia. I have personal knowledge of this because
don't tell me they tried to rig a fucking game or two.
So
really?
Yeah. What happens is the mafia always rigs games. Okay. Back in the day, they did it with boxing matches, with this, with that. Then there was that great scandal with some football that fucking the guy threw the game, and then same thing with basketball. They were shaving points.
Is there never going to be like a fair gambling chance?
No, because there's always going to be somebody who wants to make a quick fucking buck by any means necessary. Okay. He's going to come up with a scheme, and it just depends on how you're going to execute that scheme. Do you threaten the person? Do you fucking give them something? Now, here's the thing with the NBA. I don't follow fucking sports. It's just fucking nerve-wracking, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. So the NBA guys, 3 of them got arrested. I forgot their names, but one dude was making 30-some-odd million, okay, in his career, and his, professional. I think he's been playing professionally for 4.5, 5 years, but before that he was playing college and whatever. And so I don't know if he got into debt with the mob, because they like to gamble, these motherfuckers, okay? So I don't know if he got into debt with the mob or somebody approached him. He did something he shouldn't have did. Got caught in a compromising position, like maybe they brought a minor to him. I don't know. But they got him and paid him $200,000, one of the guys, to show up at these card games and just to pretend to be playing. Okay? Just to pretend to be playing. Like, look, we're going to give you $20,000 to play. You could lose it.
Why?
Because He's a big star, and everybody that plays in these big stake poker games, they want to be around stars. So when they figure they can rub elbows.
It was supposed to be an advertisement?
Yes, an advertisement.
That's fucking retarded.
Yes. So that used to happen.
He's making like 30-something million like off the games.
Okay, but look, you remember watching the Sopranos episode where fucking David Lee Roth from fucking Van Halen was at a card game in a hotel room that Tony was running? Okay, that's the perfect example. They would bring somebody in. They would say, hey, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars. Play with these guys. They love that shit. People love to rub elbows, you know what I'm saying? But then there's also these degenerate gamblers, NBA guys, fucking football guys, baseball. It's notorious. Pete Rose, he used to fix his own games and say, I'm going to hit fucking 3 home runs, and he bet on himself, and he ended up getting caught and got disgraced. But the mob that got involved in this, it's the 5 families from New York, which stretched out into 5 different states. Because I don't really think fucking, Gambino's got to stretch out in fucking L.A. and Florida, but I really don't think there's many Gambinos fucking, it's not a Tulsa King thing where like, yeah, you went to fucking Oklahoma, 3 months later I own the whole town. That doesn't work that way. That's just a fucking figment of people's imaginations. It takes years for you to build your empire. So once I heard that the mafia was involved, I just started putting...
I heard something about the mob, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't understand is this the classic fucking Sopranos is talking to LeBron James? Saying,
when I saw...
Throw a 3-pointer, we're going to break your fucking ankles or some shit.
What happened, this guy, this one dude, I don't know, he's got some, like, weird name, Frenchy kind of name. He got sick during the game and had to dip out. So then they started to question him from that day because they were like, this is not right. Like, so did he make money on it? No. But how do you know? In illegal betting parlors, how do you know if he didn't put 10 grand or 100 grand down and said, hey, I'm going to throw the game, but I'm going to let you know that too so you can make money?
Right.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know the details of it, but when I saw 2 pictures of a Bonanno and a Gambino that I know, I said, I already know what's up. I said, there's something to do with these backroom fucking poker games. Sure enough, today and yesterday I was reading, and it was on the news, that the mafia was running illegitimate games, which any game is illegitimate. You can't get a fucking gambling license in a fucking back of a social club or whatever, or in a hotel room. Or they had tables that could see the cards.
What?
Yeah, so the table that was set up, when you put your cards down...
Oh, it had cameras on it? Or?
Yes, and it would take pictures,
so it was like those,
and the dudes that were there was like set up...
professional fucking world champion fucking...
Stealing. Yeah, so they did that. Then they had 2 different types of tables. Then they had, I don't know if it was a baccarat table with the dice, the same fucking, like back in the day with the magnet, really high fucking, like James Bond type shit, and then they had guys across the street, like sitting there watching everything so that it looked legit. You couldn't see the cameras, and they'd be whispering in the ear, yo, he's got fucking 2 pair, he's got this, he's got bet up, do that, blah, blah, blah. They would let people certainly win, then they would fucking like demolish people.
They lose them.
They would that's why they told this NBA guy to come up, say, you're going to win today. Here's what you're going to do. And then he lost, and then all of a sudden he started making a winning streak, and nobody thought to like question this. Dude, I know from the card games, they would bring in these fucking tables for baccarat. They would bring in these tables for fucking Texas Hold'em. And it would be like 4 or 5 tables, and you have 2 guys guarding the fucking door. They would cater food, and it was a smoke-filled room. There was famous people in there. I remember once I was asked, hey, can you guard the door and this and that? I'll pay you X amount. Yeah, fuck yeah. I sat there all night till fucking 7 in the fucking morning. Like peeking through the fucking blinds, making sure there's no fucking F.A.F.O, there's no detectives, there's nobody fucking like peeping. But that place got busted after 4 months because they continued doing the games. Those games need to move around, know? So that's my story from the street, and I keep talking about it, But look, you're going to see all over MobTube, Dominic Sacali is going to come out. It's like this. E.G. Vodka, He's going to come out and talk about that. Everybody's going to start talking about that. That's what I hate about, like, now MobTube. They don't talk about mob shit anymore. They talk about everything. Like the other day, I opened up.
They try to fucking make a connection.
Dude, I opened up and he's talking about Candace Owens. I said, that's my territory. I said, that's my territory. You talk about fucking whacking people. But he has got no more stories. Just like Sammy the Bull got no more stories. He's making a mini-series. I'm sick of all MobTube guys. It's just...
You said Sammy the Bull's making a mini-series?
No. Dominic Sicali's making a supposed miniseries about my tales from the Bronx.
I was waiting for fucking candy apples from fucking Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, right. Candy apples, right? I saw those candy apples.
Yeah.
Autograph.
Making a racket on those candy apples.
Dude, look.
I had a 3% tax.
Listen, I'll get into another thing in a different show about how the mafia is full of shit, because now that you're out of that life, man, like I said, it's always, do what I say, don't do as I do. That's always what it was. It was the rules don't apply to me, but they apply to thee. It's just...
As in every fucking mafia movie.
And dude, it is just retarded. The stupidest thing sets off a fucking sit down where they're gonna they got plastic tarp on the fucking floor. And what's the deal? You disrespect. But how did I disrespect you? Like, yeah, you came in, you didn't say hi to me first. Oh my God.
Fuck.
Sticks and stones, bro. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know how many guys I never said hi to? Or I didn't even notice. I don't walk in going like, hey, there goes this guy by the fucking bar, and there goes that. No, I walk in, I do my thing, and then I start searching. Like, as I got myself situated, I search, Right. And if I see people, I'll send a drink over. I don't go personally up to say what's up. I'll send a drink, because it's a tight place or whatever. But listen, like I said, as much as there was respect in that world, there was so much dishonesty, disloyalty, and everybody would be like, no, I would never do that.
And then they do it.
And they would do it.
The night of.
And I'm telling you, just like with Frankie Fiordolino, he said the same shit. We were talking one day, and he goes, the fucking hypocrisy, the way it was in the mafia, because we all drank that Kool-Aid and we believed in that life and code of honor and all of that. But once the one motherfucker dropped,
did everybody actually believe that or no?
Yeah, because it was instilled in you. Most of them, they grew up in that. Like Frankie grew up in that. His uncles were in it. His fucking brothers were in it. So he came into that life. So a lot of people, through their family members, this was embedded in their head. You don't fucking rat. You don't this. You don't that. Even if whatever, shut the fuck up. Be a man. Take your time. Do it. Come out. And then when you do come out after doing time, they automatically offer you positions. Like, yeah, you come run with us. You're a good guy. You solid. You know what I'm saying? But once some big ass shit happens, they always come to you and be like, hey, look, I can't do the time. I'm a captain. You take the pinch and this. And they put you in that predicament. I've been a few times put in that predicament. And I'm just, dude, it's bullshit. They don't take care of you. They say they do. They give you a bit along the way, and then they just cut you the fuck off. They just cut the pipeline. Yep. And you're supposed to take it when you come out. Oh, I got something waiting for me. 9 out of 10 times you ain't got shit for you. Nobody's holding it for you. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm going to talk about it in a different show, how I think, the mafia is full of fucking shit. Even in the Serbian mob, that jealousy that runs rampant. Jealousy is a major factor. That's why I said all the time, you go out, you buy people drinks, you spend tons of money, you spread your wealth around these people, you keep them fucking happy, and they won't fucking talk shit. But then you always have this one guy, no matter what you do right, he wants more, and he fucking will shit talk, and he will I just don't like him. How many guys did I know that I just didn't like them? But I would avoid them like the plague.
Yeah.
I would still send them drinks just to fucking...
But you don't go dealing with them.
Fuck no, because you fucked me once. Okay, shame on me. No, shame on you. Fuck me twice, man. Like shame on me, bro. Yeah. Like that ain't gonna happen. So it's just listen. That life, that
it seems like it's just full of fucking. I don't know if it's sociopaths or whatever the fuck.
It is.
But it's just
sociopaths. It's people. It's people that have problems. They all come from certain the Sicilians. They all come from. Casale del Mare, or they come from fucking from Corleone. They all come from these certain towns because they're relentless from mob activity, and some of the people are just not made for that life, but they're tough as nails. They fucking got balls, and they go try to do what they got to do. It's a little difficult when you're like fucking strong arming people, to go around just like. I had it happen to me. Guy just came out of prison and was just like, yo, I want X amount of dollars every week. I was like, do you know where you just fucking came in? Like, he's like, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you...
Rikers, bro? Like, what?
No, he did some big time. Time. I think he was in upstate or some shit.
Okay.
But
what's that got to do with you? Like, why is he pulling up on you being like, yo, give me my
because, shit? Dude, he was a cowboy from Howard Beach.
Last I checked that Wild West shit.
I'll just say his name. He was one of the Antonucci's. I don't give a fuck. I mean... the other Antonucci's were really cool about it. He came in threatening. He also took a shot at your mom when she was going outside. It was like,
what? Oh, that's really?
Yeah, no bullshit, bro. So he took a shot thinking I was coming out because somebody said, "Hey, Pedge, come outside." And I said, "Hey, go see who's outside." And she went out, and boom, the door flew. Like, he shot 2 times at the door. And that's when I got my guy, and my guy was Bonanno. He came down. I said, "Yo, this motherfucker took a shot at my wife." I said, he came in here threatening me. He's been, like, threatening my clientele. I said, he needs to get straightened out. I said, because if I'm going to go to Bobby, no, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Got a fucking, like a sit down. He said, I'll be right there in 10 minutes. We all went into the basement, and this motherfucker put on the biggest, I just came out of jail. They gutted me. Picks up his shirt. He's cut across like this. I'm like,
what's that got to do with me? Like, what?
That's the first thing I was thinking. And then he goes, I would never do that. I don't shoot at women. I said, no, you were trying to shoot at me because somebody told me to come out. I go, you tried to set it up. I go, and I already found out that there was 5 guys with sawed-off shotguns in the fucking car waiting. They were just going to murder me because I refused. Like, this guy thinks he comes out, he could just fucking like, oh, the new bar opened up. He's not affiliated. I was affiliated. So anyway, this guy said, look, you need to fucking leave him alone. You ain't getting money out of here. This is my dad's fucking place. He goes, and Pedge is paying me rent, so now you're hurting my fucking pocket. Pedge is protected. Done. And this guy was just like, yeah, all right, but he disrespected me. I said, you know what? And I didn't give a fuck. I honestly, and I still to this day don't give a fuck. The guy's a murderer. I'm not going to lie. He's a fucking murderer. And I just told him straight to his face, I don't give a fuck. I said, dude, I'll put a bullet in your head and I'll disappear. I'll go to fucking Bosnia. You'll never fucking find me. You can send all the fucking zips you want. You ain't gonna find me, bro. End of story. He just looked at me really dirty. Then his brother David came by.
Last I checked, he started this shit, so why the fuck?
Yeah,
but again, people got problems when it comes
to
his
brother David came by. Sweetheart of a guy. Businessman, shrewd, but sweetheart of a guy. Came to me, apologized for his brother. He says, my brother's a little wild. He came out, he was trying to like earn. I said, yo, but when I told him that I'm with so-and-so, he basically said, go fuck so-and-so. And I told so-and-so, you told me for him to go fuck himself. He's lying. You believe him over me. We're Italiano. Come on. Like this. I was like, dude, that was just one instance, okay? But like I said, David, dude, fucking, the guy always came, and he would come to my bar when I wasn't around just to make fucking sure that if his brother did come around, that, whatever. And I appreciate that. I used to let him drink for free all the time. And he just kept telling me, I'm sorry about my brother, this and that. And then even he apologized to your grandmother. He was just like, I'm so sorry, senora, It's just, that's the way this life is and this and that. And she's like, yeah, but my son did everything the right way out of respect. I took care of one family with the machines, so they make money. I took care of this family with the rent. It's just... Obviously, the fucking mafia shit is full of crap, bro. That life is just bullshit. Yeah. So we'll do another show on that. But, yeah, that was one of my stories from the street. I'm glad I dropped it in because I really was trying to itch to put something in, But, so, okay, we got the Florida thing. We got the internet is buzzing. And you got the NBA gambling thing. I think we're good, bro. We got pretty much everything that was on the list except, so... Me and Marco yesterday, a really funny thing happened.
Oh, you just want to talk about yesterday? Okay.
So, yeah. Me, Marco, and my daughter are walking around. We went to get haircuts, and we're walking out of the mall, and I don't know, there's a group of kids, and it was a real tall fucking bitch. And the one black kid goes, yo, just last year she was 6'4". So
this was not said once. This was said like 7 fucking times. Like I don't know what it is about like people or like if they just like don't feel like they're being heard or like they're not getting the reaction. Repeating. They repeated like 7 fucking times. I felt like it was the seagulls from fucking what was it? It wasn't Nemo, was it? Oh. Was it Finding Nemo?
I think it
was. Mine. All I was hearing was 6'4".
Yeah.
Like
so. What's funny is as we walked, we all sync together because my daughter knows how my humor is. It's now her humor.
So I just look over at my sister. I'm like, hey, Tati, do you think that she was 6'4" like last year or no? And then I ask you, I'm like, hey, also, did you know that lady over there was 6'4"?
And then I turned around. I was just like, no, I really didn't know that she was 6'4". But hey, do you know that person was 6'4"?
Yeah, fucking whole day.
So the whole day was 6'4", and I don't know. I threw out. I said 6'7" minus 3, and Marco was 6'4". But then my daughter in the back goes 6'7", 6'7".
Yeah, so this is his first introduction.
So that was my first introduction to 6'7". This gag it's not going to be funny to you if I start explaining, because you don't know the premise to all of this shit about my my future wife, how she's talks to her daughter, and a little smoking incident that happened that she didn't smoke, but whatever. I started going off into a tangent about 6'4", about like 6'4", and then I would do the 6'7" thing, and then I would add 6'4", which makes 10, and then I'd go, and 10 looks like, if you take off the 0, a cigarette. Did you smoke? Everything's related to cigarettes, and this was, dude, the car ride going to St. Pete, and it was
all day. As soon as we got in the store, like, it would stop, but then when we got back in the car, it was just like,
yeah. So
how much was that sausage that you bought? Oh, $6.04.
Yeah, $6.07.
$6.07.
Yeah.
But
so we started doing that, and yesterday we had some company come over to visit my mom, very good friends of ours, and they brought their daughter, and it was like everybody was looking at us. Because I'm like with the young kids now, and I'm over there going, hey, 6'7", and she goes, hey, I was watching this video, and it was 6 minutes and 7 seconds long, and it was just, with just the hands, and, it was hysterical. I mean, you guys had to be there, but, so, I don't know. I guess we'll end the show.
You got any other suggestions for Gen Z humor or whatever the fuck today? If you want to give a reaction from him, at least, or like...
I'll drop my my thing about it, and then you guys could all laugh. What was the other thing I said the other day?
What did you say?
I said yesterday something, and I said, "Oh,
you've got to be kidding me."
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just so I turned around. It's like I don't really throw out like that fucking kind of slang and shit. But the girl was talking to my future wife, and she goes, I want your cake.
Yeah.
So I started to laugh.
I sat there. I'm like, okay,
she's just like, I don't get it. I'm giving you cake. She goes, no, I want your cake. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So everybody was laughing, but, my future wife, she's like, what? And then the parents were just like, what the fuck? What does he got to be kidding about? Like, they didn't get yacht. They didn't, So I'm trying to be hip with the younger generation, but, it is what it is. So
you're there.
So let's end the show. We're not going to do the switching thing. We're going to I'm going to look into
what's switching? We don't have any other cameras.
Yeah, we don't have no other cameras, so there's no switching. It kind of sucks, but we'll figure this shit out. So hit the like button.
Comment down below.
Subscribe.
Hit the notification bell so you don't miss us.
Share our videos.
Do not tag unless it's Instagram.
And we'll see you on the next time of the Mood Lounge Show. 6 and 7.
6, 7. What the f?
Your phone ringing. Big boy, come pick up your phone. Pick up your phone ringing. Your phone going to go to voicemail. Goodbye.